G'day everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Tammy. How's it going? So I am going to go through some of my thrifty finds. I went to the op shops as I was away at a work weekend in another town. So I was like, yay, different op shops to go check out. So I may have like 5 bags to go through, so I apologise in advance, but this is probably going to be a long one. But I'm just going to go through, show you the things I found. I found these, which were really cool, and I'm like, they're great little storage things. So obviously to store some little cards or goodies in, and I'm like, excellent, we will do that. Oh, no, that doesn't fit, but you know what I mean. But mostly papers, and I was like, they're $1, and I went, cool, I'll do something with you. Thank you very much, storage. Okay, what else have I got? Alright, let's get into, I found a couple of bags of like lacy trims. Now these were more mixed up, but you know, I was sitting at a hotel with not much to do, so I separated them into ribbons and elastics and laces. So lots of a variety of different trimmy bits that can be utilised for something, I'm sure. Oh, then I broke the bag. Of course I did. But anyway. But I really like these. These were a nice little find in amongst it. Like these little tiny little rose bows. How cute are they? I was like, cool. But obviously busted that bag. Luckily, it's not going to stay in that bag. This is only there to bring it home. Okay. So we've got some ribbons and some laces and so forth there. And I've got another nice big wide ribbon. So I saw this and I went, that's pretty cool. And let's see if I can it off. So we've got, yeah, nice autumnal colours, and I was like, cool. So I got that. It's like I got ribbons and laces everywhere. I got everything everywhere, but you know how it is. Just can't say no. And I went into these op shops and I had a bag, and I was like, I'm not walking out with anything more than in a bag. And I didn't spend a lot in each op shop either, so it actually worked out alright. So then I ended up getting a couple of bits of raffia. They're always good to add little bits to. These, I don't have these colours, but the natural one's always a good one, so I'm like, cool, pick that up. Then I got some jewellery. So obviously for the beads, I always like to try and see if there's any, like, you know, something funky or something there. So I got this one. I loved just the big end piece set, and this has got some weight to it. So I picked that one up, and then they're all caught up, of course, because you know they've been in the bag as I brought them home. Alright. Anyway. Got this one, nice big chunky gold ones. This one here, nice little heart and some pretty pinks and so forth. So I got that. This one here, I liked the beads on this one, so it was like kind of like little flowers. I promise they're all separate. And then this one, I just loved the owl. How cool is that? Make a great centerpiece on a journal or an album or something like that. So, and then this one, another kind of pink one, but this time silver. So I like to pick them up. I'll pull them apart and add it to the little bead pile that I have. And yeah. Alright, okay, so in here I went to a book exchange and I picked up a couple of books at a book exchange. I got In Blighton and the Magic Faraway Tree, because I keep talking about, everyone talks about the favourite 5 and stuff, but this was my favourite one, is the Faraway Tree stuff. So I picked it up and I liked the images in it, and I'm like, well, I never know, I might do something with this at some point in time. But yeah, so what is it, 1991 was this one, but yeah, so I picked that one up, and cool. And you'll see in the next op shop, in another op shop haul, I may have found some things. Then I picked this one up, which was a 1967 atlas, but no, look at it, 1966. Oh, I just love the colours of it, and I like the size. It's not a huge one; it's a nice smaller size. So I picked that up. And then I was not going to buy it, and I looked at it, and I was like, am I going to buy it? No, I'm not going to buy it. Yes, I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to buy it. And then I finally went, I'll think about it if I don't. Okay, you know, being a maths teacher, and I'm like, But anyway, a new geometry for schools. So I've got a little geometry textbook here, which is cool. I haven't even looked through this yet. I just saw a piece of paper. I don't know what was in it. There we go. What do we got there? Geometry homework. Oh, well, that's not very exciting. I'm just seeing if the sine cos tables are there. Yeah, so I picked it up. Nice old paper, nicely aged, and cool. So there they are. I knew their tables would be somewhere, and I was like, where are they? Back in the days before graphic calculators and so forth. That is very cool. Excellent. So, picked that one up. I like it. Alright, I'm going to put that back in the bag until now I've lost the little thingy about it, but that's alright. I got that from the book exchange. I tend not to try to go to book exchanges because there's always a little bit more price than trying to find the goodies at the op shop, but you know, sometimes you just do. Alright, then I grabbed a little bit of these are I guess inspirational thoughts for each day of the year, and it's not actually dated, like it's not days or anything like that, so it can be used year round each year. I don't have. And Siri had to chime in on that. Okay, so we got that one, which I thought was really nice, and yeah. Alright, I'm going to put the stuff back in that bag, and we can move on to another bag. Alright. Otherwise I will end up with stuff everywhere, and that ain't my jam. And this is why I have to film these videos. This probably won't go up for a couple of weeks after I filmed it, but I want to put things away, and they're driving me nuts. Alright, let's bring up this bag. Okay. Alright, we've got another bag. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got some card games. Alrighty. So this I actually bought at a shop, but it was cool. It was Marvel Comics, and I'm like, well, I have to buy you. Anyway, it was like $2, and it's all Marvel like comics, and I'm like, yeah, I need to have you in my. That's just cool. Even though I'm a DC girl, I'm like still couldn't resist buying them. Then I picked up this punta. Now, I wouldn't even know what this is. I think it's some kind of, like, I quickly looked at online, and I assume it's kind of like a dominoes of some sort, but I don't know how it works. So I'm going to have to Google the rules, just to have a clue. But obviously, vintage cards that are about some kind of game, and the instructions are in a foreign language. Where did I put them? Who knows where they've even gone now. But anyway, the instructions were in a foreign language, and I'm like, probably on the box. Yeah, on the box, that kind of thing. And I'm like, yep, cool, good, got that. So we got some punta cards. And then I found these little canister cards, and they're just the yachts. And I was like, cool. So, picked them up. Which is kind of good. One of the videos that will be coming up is stuff I got from an antique shop with a trade, and there's a lot of fish and stuff in it, so that'll be helpful for that. Then I picked these up because I thought they'd be interesting. They're like 10 cents, and I was like, oh well, let's have a look at what these things are. But they're little filing pockets, obviously to put business cards and things in, but they'd be cute to put on a journal and slide in a journal card and stuff into it, and they can just be stuck down, so they're big stickers. And I was like, what a cool idea. So, picked them up. Then, alright, let's start. There's books in this one. Okay, so let's have a look. I got the Encyclopedia of the Horse. and we've got lots of horsies in there. But I liked that there was vintage photos and so forth, and illustrations of the horses through the ages. And I was like, that's cool. So I picked that up, and I don't think we want to look at the anatomy of the horse and so forth. This one is from 1977. But I liked it, like these old images here of the different horses, and obviously some of the heritage illustrations and things in there. So that was that one. Then I got Encyclopedia of Ideas That Changed the World, the greatest discoveries and inventions of human history, and oh my God, the illustrations in here are amazing. So this was a good little find. 1993, so it's not actually that old. It is matte, which is nice, but it's just full of illustrations. Oh look, and a library card. But yeah, so it's not photos, it's actual illustrations. And I was like, yeah, totally. Look at this. Look at it. Okay, so the science geek in me was just like oohing and ahhing, and obviously the history geek as well for others. But I'm just like, look at this. Like, honestly. And all illustrated. And I was like, yep. So that was a good little find. And these were like $1, $2 most. That's how I like to pay for them. Alright, then I picked up, of course, another game, Science Geek. I'm actually teaching Natural Selection Evolution as a unit this term. But we've got Charles Darwin, the Galapagos Islands. So I was like, yeah, cool. Little cutie. 1960s or something, I think this is. No, 1995. There you go. Alright. Then I picked this up mainly because it's about Japan. So I will probably just take this to work and leave it in my classroom. But it's got some cool pictures in it too. So not an old book, but I picked it up. And then this one was cool. So this is Don Quixote. I'm saying it very wrong, but yeah. And this one was 1980. But again, cute little illustrations of, like, you know, horses and so forth and stuff. But yeah. Then this one, Gardens for Pleasure by Broody Myers Cook. This one is really cool. So it's all linked in with certain things. So the bathing garden and a reading garden. And I just like the illustrations that come along with it. Okay, the butterfly garden and so forth, which was a really cute little thing. Okay, so we've got here the touching garden. And I saw that and I went, yeah, like, you know, and like I said, all of these kind of things were $1, so I was like, excellent. Then we've got this one, Family Guide to Nature. And again, illustrated. It's like, hello. No, it's not so much photos as the illustrations that are in here. And that was what I picked it up and went, okay, cool. And it's matte, and I went, yep, excellent. So lots of different illustrations in there of lots of different things. I love this, the marsupial page, and all of it. So that was a good little one. Then again, another thing. If I see it's Japanese, I'm like, yeah, I'll take you home just to have a read through, because I like learning stuff about the culture as well. So a Japanese touch for your home, and this has just got lots of decorative ideas about Japanese ways to style a home and different shoji screens and so forth. And I was like, that's really cool. So I picked that up. Then what have I got here? Last one in this bag is Plants for All Seasons, The Pleasure of Gardening by Mary Moody. And I think, so there's lots of photos in here, which is fine. But I do believe it was the start. Yes, it was the start of this that got me. So we've got like these watercolor illustrations at the start of this book, and I'm like, oh, you're very pretty. So like this. And I was like, okay. So I took that. I think that this is it seems like a newer book. If I can find it. No. There we go. Here it is at the back. 1993. There you go. Alright. Okay, let's get rid of the books from this bag. Put them down. And I'll pick up. Oh! I didn't just drop them all on the ground. Oh. I think I scared Casper. He actually moved on his chair. He was like, "Oh, what was that?" Okay. Put them all in the bag. Remove them. Alright. Okay. Next bag. Next up. Who's up next? This one will do. Okay. Alright, let's see what's in here. Okay, we've got this, which was still in the package. Dreamtime, genuine handcraft, sun-dried leaf, covered notebook, authentic Aboriginal art. So I'm like, wanted to see what this is about. Sorry for the rustling of plastic and sticky tape. Let's have it. Oh, look at that. It is actually leaf. That is cool. And like a little stick there. And then... But notebook made in Indonesia. Yeah, it's supposed to be Aboriginal. So, okay. Anyway. But all of this handmade paper. And I'm like, real pretty. So that's not bad. I'll pick that one up. Then I got picture word cards, things that go. So nice big cards. There we go. Lots of them. I was like, cool. 50 cents. 50 cents? But yeah, 50 cents. 1996 is this one. Alright. Okay. Then I got a couple of National Geographics. It was 3 for $1, so I just picked up a couple. So we've got Leonardo, because I just saw Leonardo da Vinci and I'm like, yep. And then I was like, cool. So just a couple of few vintage National Geographics. The Teaching of Buddha. Oh, I picked this up because it's in English and Japanese. Loved that. So I was like, very cool. I can't read that, so I don't think I can read this level of Japanese. I can't. But it's all got, all of the kanji has got hiragana above it if it's not common kanji, which is kind of cool. And obviously have got the teachings of Buddha to the side in English as well. So that was, I loved that. And I just saw it and went, yep, need to have you too. And I don't even know when it was printed. 1996. I wasn't worried about that. I just really liked the book. I was like, yep. Then I picked up Marilyn. Because I used to keep talking to Georgia about Marilyn Monroe, and because I always say to Georgia she could look good in a potato sack, and I talk about Marilyn Monroe in her when she put on a potato sack. But yeah, so I got this nice big images of Marilyn, just more for Georgia to have a bit of a squiz through about this icon, because she reminds me a lot of Georgia. So yeah, it was 1989. All right. Okay. Right. The Armchair Book of the Garden. Alright. Some of these things I don't even know what I picked up. I was like, okay, cool. I'll just go do it. Armchair book, that's about what I need because I don't want a garden. 1983. And I obviously, oh look, there's some illustrations in there, some photos. Oh yeah, that's cool. So there's lots of different things about things back. So different parts of the garden, bonsai. So that's cool. There's some enough interesting things in there for me to go, yeah, but I just picked it up. I was like, cool, you'll do. And then this one was just wicked. Old Ridley. And it is like steampunky fantasyness and wizardry, and I'm like, look at these pages. I'm like, they are so cool. So yeah, I just picked it up simply because the images are really good. Sorry, as you can see, they're glossy, so that one's shining a bit on the light. But I was like, these are awesome. So totally just picked it up for the illustrations. Mark McBride and Gary Crew are the people that did this. I think it's a new book, clearly. Don't know when, but here we go. Oh, so glossy. 2002. There you go. Alrighty, so that's that bag. Let's see if I can put them back in the bag without dropping them on the floor this time. Alright, next one. Alright. Oh yeah. Books are heavy. Did you know that? Okay, I found this. It was just the cutest little bag, and I was like, the burlap and the London on the front, kind of reminds me of the $4,000 or $5,000 Dior bag that we saw at Dior the other day when I was shopping with Georgia, and we, stood in line to go into Dior, and I was just like, oh my gosh, just for fun. Can't afford anything in there. All right. Okay. Oh, this one I got because it is in something other than English. Okay. Yeah. So from somewhere, I would say something along 1982, but I would say that it's fur. So is that German or something? But yeah. So basically, I got it because it was in another language, and lots of little funky looking illustrations about meditation and so forth. But I'm not sure what it's about. It's clearly a religious guide, but I don't know. But it was cool, so I picked that one up. Then I got, the Reader's Digest, Complete Book of the Garden. This one, 1967. But again, lots of illustrations. So fully illustrated through here. So I was like, yep, okay, cool. So grabbed that and brought it home to live with me for a little while until I have to move again and realise how many books I own and go, oh, why have I bought all these books? Alright, clearings, 6 colonial gardeners and their landscapes. Okay, but let's look at them. This is why. It was these pages. It's like pages like this, and I'm like, yeah. Like, okay. So it's all full of these kinds of images. And I was like, cool. And obviously, Australian. It's like, that's cool. But, so I got that. Then I got this because it's Latin. And I was like, that is cool. Obviously, teaching science, I do a little bit of Latin. But I saw this textbook about Latin, and I went, yeah. So I'm going to have a bit of a read through that. And again, the illustrations, they're pretty good in there too. But I want to have a read of it more than anything. Then we've got the Page Master. This one again was for the illustrations. I grabbed this because it's not an old book. Ex Libra, it's beautiful. Okay. 1993. Okay. But it's the illustrations as well. Like, they're just cool. Fantasy style, dragons, magic, all of that kind of stuff that I love. So I was like, that's cool. So yeah. I was like, cool. Look at that one. Oh, yeah. These were free in a stand, but there was a French one a couple of French ones that I grabbed for Georgia, but I was like, oh well, I may as well grab the Italian ones while I was there for it as well. But they're Italian, learning Italian textbooks, and I was like, that's all. So that's why. You know, Georgia's teaching herself French, so I was like, oh well. Okay, now these were lovely. Again, these were $1. I'm like, yes, please. Okay, so foliage birds, Australian birds and their favoured plants, George Martin Adams. Here we go, we've got a nice report card from 1989. Awesome. You were fair at mathematics, Daniel. Okay, alright. So, this is 1984. This is where we get to. Look at this. Look at these illustrations. So these large illustrations here, they're just so beautiful. And I was like, hello. And even the pages with the photographs are beautiful photography. So yeah, so that one, I was like, yeah, just so beautiful. So I grabbed that one. And then I found this one as well, along with it as well, which is the Heritage of Australian Birds. This is by Glenn Holmes and Robert Eden. Oh, Casper's having a good old chat. And this one, as you can see, is just full of illustrations. So this one was 1986 was this when this was put out, but look at these. And so the book is just full of a page and an illustration. It's like this. Just I was like, you just this in a frame. They're gorgeous. They, yeah. So pick that one up. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful book. So that's that one. Alrighty, and then I picked up a little bag of, it was just all full of random scrapbooking papers or random papers. So I just picked it up. It come in this little plastic thing, and I went, oh well, you'll do. You never know what goodies you're going to find in there. So, what did I find in there? Not these stickers, I bought these stickers separately. But I'm going to do a fairy journal. Got some ideas for that. But then I found these were what were included in this. So we've got some little cards and doily, some themes, a bunch of vellum. So there's a whole lot of vellum in here. And then some more cards, some handmade papers, a packet of handmade papers. And some more cardstock. So it's just a bunch of little things. Oh, nice little, love that. But yeah, so pick that on up. Oh, and then I saw these stamps, and I'm like, I'm pretty certain I own these stamps, but I don't know. But I was like, oh yeah, why not? Yeah, those were them. I've got all of these plans, I've got like these ideas, and I'm like, I just need to do them, but effort. Okay, and we're on to the last bag. Last bag. Yay, it's nearly over. I hear you saying it. Yay. Alright. Another little playing cards that I haven't even opened. I just saw Stonehenge and went, cool. So let's see what it looks like on the inside. Oh, they're all different. Even better. Look at this. So lots of different photographs of Stonehenge at different times and different ways. That's pretty cool. So there you go. So that's what we ended up with. Same hand playing cards, 1998. Is that it? Okay. This one was thanks for being you, just for fun. It's like all little quotes and stuff by little animals. It's cute. Then, that's what I was saying about the Magic Faraway Tree. Ended up finding a couple of actual like hardcover books. They're not old, but of the Magic Faraway Tree. And I'm like, yeah, gonna have to. So, what, 1993 are these ones? But I'm like, I loved these when I was growing up. So, I might have a bit of nostalgia, having a bit of a read. Then we found an Alice in Wonderland. So I can use the illustrations in this at some point. Then we've got, alright, Everyday Life Through the Ages. Again, one of those, history books, but it's the pictures and the things that are in it and the fussy cutting and all of those good bits that you can have a look at and utilise. I did get a couple of books about the French Revolution as well that were only $1, but I got them for Georgia because she keeps asking me, what was the French Revolution about? And I said, people ate cake and killed each other. So I got the books that said, here, read about the French Revolution. But yeah, so it's an interesting little book. So I grabbed that one. And then we've got The Enjoyment of Music, 6th edition, obviously a textbook. But again, lots of different things about music and different illustrations. And I was like, cool. And not glossy paper, which is always appreciated. Obviously a university textbook at some point. It's not an old one. I think it was 1990. Yeah, so, but we've got that. And then the last book in this little bag, I think, and there's other things, I don't know, there might be another book in there, is We of the Never Never. Angie grabbed this one. I'm not too sure about this. Obviously, it's to do with early Australian history. So obviously that's there for her to read. And then I got some ribbon. It's like a lilac-y silver kind of thing. Pewter kind of colour. Then some floral tape. A couple of doilies and such. And then I got this nice little scarf. I just like the edging and stuff of it. It was like, cool. Nice texture. Pick that up. And then these ones are supposedly chairback covers, but I'm like, no, they're Japanese. Perfect size for a Japanese journal. So I was like, yep. So that's kind of, it's already sitting there ready for me to work with it. And I'm like, excellent. So pick them up too. But yeah, so that is my op shop, thrift shop, whatever you want to call it in your part of the world, haul. But like I said, it was, normally I don't buy that much from a thrift store in one hit. It's just that I was away and I was away for work and I had some hours to kill. So I went, oh, there's another one that someone fell out. Oh, how cute is that? So I went to the op shops to have a bit of a squiz. So yeah, so that is, oh, I just hit that way too hard, I apologise. That is my little findings for my little op shopping. Thank you for watching, I do appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, that'd be good, give a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next video. Alright, take care. As always, remember, be kind, be strong, be a warrior. See you later.